Who are the gatekeepers when it comes to marriage? Men or women? If we're really looking at it honestly, this should not be something that we are going to have a long conversation about, because the truth of everything is that who would you call a gatekeeper? A gatekeeper is somebody that has the key to open or close a gate, right? Beautiful. So when it comes to marriage, who do you think has the key to marry or not marry? Men. How? Let me prove it to you. A man can wake up today and say to himself, I want to get married before the end of this year. And I can put it to you categorically that he will get married before the end of the year if he says he wants to. Right? Now let's switch that up to a lady. A lady can say, I want to get married before the end of the year. But I can almost tell you for certain that that is based on a very high probability because she probably might not be married for the next 2 to 3 years. Why? Because she doesn't have the power to initiate marriage. She waits for the man to initiate and then she agrees or disagrees. But the man has the power to initiate. And because he has that, he can decide. Yes, I know a lot of people will argue, okay, but the lady is the one to say yes or no. Yes, she is the one to say yes or no. But like I gave the example earlier, if a man asks a lady to marry him and she says no, he can always ask another and another and another. Before he asks, let's say 10 to 20 women, I'm very sure he will find himself a wife, right? But a lady doesn't have that advantage. She has to wait. So even if she wants to get married now, if there is no man asking her to marry him, she doesn't have the power to marry anybody, as much as she wants it today, tomorrow. So if you're looking at it from that context, you can obviously see who the gatekeeper is or who holds the key to that particular conversation. It's an easy one, really. I'm not really sure why that was a conversation, to be honest. Like somebody also rightly said, when it comes to relationship, you could say it's women. You could say it's women, but I don't even think that you could even say it's still women because they have to wait to be asked out. But a man can chase, and pursue. That is why a lot of the time people say men are the ones who actually marry for love, because we can pursue what we want, unlike women who have to settle. But that's a complete conversation for another video. We'll get into that another time. But for now, the gatekeepers when it comes to marriage, amen. I'll see you next time.